You tuned in rotation, the podcast with Street Team. Hey, we going raw, we going the realest of the real, and we going uncut. It is rotation. We will go into conspiracy theories. We're not gonna push nothing as fact if it's not. We will put the disclaimer in there. You feel me? I don't even care, bro. I jumped in this podcast game ready for all this stuff. I mean, the only nigga is on that. You already know what time it is. Get in rotation. Feel like that anyway. Shit, you give me $25 a show, every show that's in my pocket. Shit, that's Roddy Rich 21 Savage money to me, nigga. I'm ready to get paid, nigga. Think about that shit. You do that shit, you do a show a week, and you get more money than niggas get off working their ass off. You know what I mean? If I can make 10 racks a month, nigga, off 4 shows, stop playing with me, bro. That's the goal, though. All right. That's a little prelude we got. All right, let's kick it off like this. I don't know if I'm going to do song of the week or not, but this is definitely this week's song for sure. Shout out to Plaeboi.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 24/7. Keep my circle smaller than a diamond Bezel. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 24/7. Keep my circle smaller than a diamond Bezel. I wanna take this time to speak about some real shit. These niggas funny acting, something I can't deal with. They ask me, Plaeboi, why you step away from music? Because these niggas bitches, pure hoes and fraudulent. But why you asking all these questions when you know the truth? The same shit they tried with me, they tried that shit with you. Niggas acting like they fuck with me, knowing they don't fuck with me. To be honest, y'all can't fuck with me. Don't speak that boss shit when you work for dude. You's a prostitute, bounce on that shit twerking too. You niggas weird, I only fuck with stand-ups. You niggas sit down when you piss, you need to man up. You in your feelings, huh? Bet you ain't gon' fight about it. Shut your mouth, nigga, sit down and cry about it. These niggas babies with the mental. Plaeboi so official, you lacking all credentials. What?
Nigga, that's the shit. Saturday, 24/7. I keep my circle smaller than a diamond bezel, huh? Nigga, stop playing. Stop playing with him, fam. Shout out to Plaeboi Bullie, man. Shout out to Studio 4117. No, I say that shit different every time, bro. It's
You'll say 4117?
I say Studio 4117. I done said Studio 4117. I done said Studio 4117. Like,
they know what it is.
I say it every time different, bro. But shout out to iConverse, man. Shout out to Plaeboi. I was there for that listening party, and that whole shit is fucking nuts, bro. Like,
oh, you went to the listening party?
Yeah, when he fucking showed that shit, and like he showed it, niggas was geeked. I was like, you know, because I went to Icon shit like 3 times before for some listening shit. And while we there, this nigga Icon like, all right, y'all can go listen to it. Bet that shit cold. I'm finna go listen to it. We get there, I tell Playboi, I'm like, what's up, nigga? When this shit dropping? He like, I ain't dropping it. I said, what the fuck? What you niggas on, man? This shit cold.
Straight up.
He got another song on there that's like my shit. Like, I made that nigga play that shit like 3-4 times, bro. No bullshit. Shout out to Milwaukee, man. Shout out to the motherfucking state of Wisconsin fucking with us. You at In Rotation, the podcast, man. I got a super special brother with me, man. And when I say brother, I mean much farther than, you know, the fact that he colored. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he my brother, fam. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? But he's a super dope dude, man. This guy has fucking walked many stages in life, man. And I've been there for a few of them, a lot of them.
Yeah, and I'm appreciative of that, for real.
You know, and I've never ever seen this man slow down, no matter how deep in the motherfucking dirt they try to put him, fam. And he's a videographer at the moment. He's working on doing it big, and he's elevated way beyond motherfucking imagination as of late. Man. And I'm proud of him for it, fam. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you you elevate every time I see you, bro. You feel me? And I love that shit, and that's one of the reasons why I would ever even let you fucking grace this shit, bro, because only real bosses up in here with me, fam. So,
man,
in rotation, we got 2Official Kenzie, man. You know what I mean? Everybody, I might push the wrong button, fam, but we're going for it. Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but yeah, man, it's an honor. You know what I mean? Like it's truly an honor to actually be here. And like I was saying, you know, like off cam before, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really put myself in front of the camera that much anymore as I used to. Like when we used to be out there, you know what I'm saying, doing our moves and things like that. Still an artist, but a lot of the things that I've been doing now has been having me behind the camera a little bit more. You know, I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes operations.
It's a transition for sure.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
you gotta get. I don't know what it's like to be behind the camera as much as you do at this point, but I really want to find out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always low key when I look back. I've always been behind the camera trying to, you know, direct some shit, but I know exactly what you mean. It's a whole different, you know, because I can get in front of a camera and rap, fucking split second. And then you put me behind the camera, like, all right, what you want to do? I'm like, shit, I know what I see, but I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I mean, and that right there is what I'm good at. I know how to take, you know, what somebody sees in their head and visually, or, you know, even goal-wise, you know, long term. I'm able to understand the steps it takes to actually accomplish that and achieve it in a realistic manner and, you know, strategically. You know what I mean? And I've transitioned that, like you said before, you know, currently I'm exploring, you know, videography.
Yeah.
And that just goes along with, you know, content creation. But yeah, man, like that's just always been my gift. And to be honest, it's crazy that I'm even here right now because you was the one that kept telling me too, like, bro, you just cold at, man, you just got it, bro. Your coordination and just your management is just there, fam. Like,
yeah, like you definitely have it to be the person who puts shit in order. I give you that, bro. And I always say you're right. I told you that forever. I'm like, bro, if anybody's gonna do it, it should be you because I've seen you do some shit. You know, we got plenty of stories, bro. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be his only time on the podcast. We about to go crazy because I'm telling you, we got stories, bro.
Man.
You know, but all I know is one time this man had one of these show promoters, bro. I was salty as fuck. We showed up. We drove in a party bus for like 3 hours to get to this show, bro.
Oh yeah.
And it was super, super dead. And the promoter was talking all this shit. So when I got there, I was super mad. And Kenzie, as a brother to me, he was like, fuck that. And he stepped up, took the position, bro. This man had fam in the downtown area of La Crosse, Wisconsin, bro. Remember you had a, fuck that. We finna go get some. You finna go get people. And he had him literally trying to get people to jump on this party bus to take them back to the show.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? You got to be a man of your word. You know, we came all this way.
Facts.
And we had more people with us than it was in the venue.
See, exactly.
You know what I mean?
We pulled up with more people in a fucking party bus than the whole venue. And then it was like some techno shit, right?
Yeah.
It was cold, though.
It was.
Remember?
It was. That was
cold.
a hell of an experience. You know what I mean? But he wasn't very clear with it. And I knew it, man. The way we was talking to him before we ended up leaving the city was just, things started to get a little sketchy. But we was on it, and we was there, bro. It turned out to be, you know what I'm saying, a decent experience, man.
Facts. We made it happen. we got in and out of there for sure though. Like,
yeah,
it was terrible though, bro. But fam, back to the point at hand is that when it comes to coordination and putting things where they need to be in order for something bigger than one thing to work, it takes a skill, bro. And that's something that a lot of people don't hone in on.
Gotcha.
I think there's a lot of people who have that, but they just don't. That it's something holding them back from zooming into that I don't know how to explain even the word. It's just something that's just they're missing that link. You know what I mean? So
I mean that come from not following the path that you set to follow. You know what I mean? I mean, I give prime example was just me with what we were saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you always was the one that was right there with me and would tell me like, "Hey, bro, you should be." And I didn't want to do it, but when I finally was like, "Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and put a little thought in this and put a little effort in this."
Right.
I like this area. You know what I mean? And then I always thought I had to do something else. You know what I mean? Let's put it like that. I always thought I had to, okay, well, shit, everybody else wanted to be in front of the camera. They wanted to be the mega superstar. They wanted to be the rapper. This is what I need to do. You know what I mean? Like, somebody trying to tell me I need to, no. So once I actually start to do what I'm doing and find out that, you know what I mean, like, it takes an entire unit to make something really move and make something shake the way that we're trying to make things happen nowadays, you know what I mean? And within that, everyone has to be, one, comfortable in their role, knowledgeable in their role, and also good at it. You know what I mean?
You got to be good at it.
You got to have
some
a balance.
things you're just not good at, man, and you should probably just stop trying to do that. And it's tough because, you know, we live in a new world, bro, where it's like it doesn't matter how shitty you are at anything, you know. Like there's this notion that you just deserve it anyway. And it's like, nah, bro. Sometimes you just not good at shit, man. Like y'all gotta stop doing that shit, bro. You sometimes it's just not something that it's just something that doesn't work for you. And you know, I wish I had that shamelessness. I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. I wish I had the ability to just be like, I don't care. I don't care about that shit. You know what I mean? You know who Jordan Peterson is?
No.
He's a Canadian guy, and he got famous. He got super famous. He's like a psychology major, like a teacher at a college, like a professor. And you know, Canada passed a law where you can't, or like they made it a legal thing that you're supposed to address people by what they want to be, type shit. So the pronouns and shit.
Yeah.
And they was like, if you like, it's a law over there in Canada now. Like if you don't call a he who thinks he's a she, she, then you could have legal consequence for that. You know what I mean? And he went viral off saying like, you're impeding on my free speech. You know what I'm saying? And he's a smart guy, bro. He really is. He's a smart dude. And he went viral, bro. He got super famous. Like he's super famous now, bro. But he has like this philosophy in life and all that shit. And you know, he thinks that thinking what other people think about you, taking that into account, is actually a healthy human thing. You know what I mean? Like that's his argument. It's not his argument. That's just his stance. You know what I mean? And he believes that because people need that. People need to be, you know, have those trials in their life so that you can actually be fucking good at something. You should, because if you wasn't good at basketball, nobody's gonna watch you play basketball, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. There's females who are good at basketball, but it's just not as good as them, and they're sad that they're not getting paid because nobody watches that shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just an example. You know what I mean? Like, and he says that's something that's necessary, bro. Like, you should. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So the only reason I brought that up is because I said, you know, if you're not good at something, bro, just, you know, it matters what people who actually are good at something think about when you're bad at something.
Sometimes it takes that though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to hear somebody tell you like, bro, that ain't it. Yeah,
exactly. That's that's not what it's that ain't it, bro. Maybe you should try something else, bro. You know what I mean? And that has a huge factor in when you building your team. So I know you go through that for sure, bro. Like that.
Most definitely. And a lot of times, and I'm still building my team right now. You know what I mean? And it's pretty much just, you know what I'm saying, a collaborative group of people who coming together, and we all, you know what I'm saying, decided to become a part of one body and, you know what I'm saying, operate as such. And within that, man, like you said before, man, you got nothing but bosses on here. I surround myself around nothing but bosses as well, you know? And a boss understands you need other bosses around you too, man, to make things happen. Exactly. But sometimes, like we said, you need somebody to sit down with you and tell you, like, look, this ain't really what you're good at, bro. I think you really need to be focusing on this. And that's just somebody being real with you when you should already be having them kind of conversations with yourself, or you should already have, you know what I'm saying, that in the back of your mind and just
that should be the environment of your life, for sure.
Yeah.
You should have an environment in your life where you're constantly, like, reminded that you could do something better, you know, because nobody's perfect, bro, and you're never going to reach perfection, but you just need that push, you know what I mean? Everybody needs that. But, you know, as a person who wants to get into film, speaking to one of my good friends, bro, that is, well, you've been doing some big shit with that,
man.
You've been traveling, bro.
I've been blessed, man. Tapping into, you know, like that gift, man. I've been able to work on, you know, some Netflix movies that's in the works right now, being released, that's been accepted.
That's what's up,
I've also been able to, you know, co-direct and shoot, you know, my first ever black feature film. And,
Let's
you know,
go.
Like, that's cold, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's been good, man. It's been a very, very great experience. And through that, man, I used to always want to do, like, and not saying that there's nothing wrong with it either, but, you know, I used to want to do, like, a lot of local music videos, and how come I ain't really gathering, you know, that much clientele, such as the next guy over here who's doing whatever he doing right here. And I realized, you know what I mean, like, that just wasn't my lane. I operate a lot different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just a little bit different, you know, like structure wise and like understanding like what I was good at within it. And so when I started moving this way and I started going the corporate and industry route, I started understanding, you know, like, okay, my skill set that I uniquely have is valued, you know what I'm saying, in a greater, you know what I'm saying, like group.
So do you think that from doing hip hop and underground music to corporate and industry, do you think that maybe the disconnect is since you work the camera, you're expected to just do the whole shit, as opposed to when you're in corporate industry, you're like, this one thing I'm good at is valuable because I'm a piece to the puzzle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Like-
so yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, and especially when you talking about like corporate. So people who probably ain't understanding, like when we say corporate, we just talking about like pretty much professional video works versus, you know what I'm saying, like a local videographer or somebody like that. And yeah, I think that is very, very much so the problem that we have with a lot of our, you know what I'm saying, upcoming, you know, videographers and media content creators and stuff like that. You don't understand that you might not necessarily be good at operating the camera. When you get in the industry and when you get to do professional stuff, there's people who operate the camera. There's people who assist people with operating the camera. They're called ADs.
Right, and that's all part of the process.
But that's all they do.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
So you ain't
they're
worried about
that
the
piece.
editing.
They're
You
that
ain't-
piece of the fucking mic stand. Like they're this
Yeah.
fucking screw that holds this in. That's what this does. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
there's
that's
people that
crazy.
specialize in that because it takes a team to make something happen. Y'all, I've worked on commercials, man, and it's funny to see something that you work on flash so fast on TV, bro.
just
You know what I mean?
let
Like
it out.
Yeah, like a less than 30-second commercial probably took me like 8 hours that we all worked on as a group to complete, and it was only a 30-second video.
Yeah, and it took 8 hours out of fucking 30 people's schedule.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
to make it happen.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy.
But I mean, it's cool though, and you don't understand that until you get behind that door. And
Right. So I mean, I wish that connection would be more understood. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't think about it till you just said that. Like, hey, I got this one skill right here, this one thing that I know I'm bringing to the table, and that shit has value in this environment. You know what I'm saying? In this work environment, I could just do this one fucking thing, and then like you come back to the other side of it, you know what I'm saying? And you're expected to do everything. You're supposed to do all that. You got to be the director, the lighting man, the motherfucking,
Yep.
the editor,
Yep.
the fucking everything. You hold the camera, you say what's happening, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
You
is
gotta
coming-
plan the video. You gotta
plan
create
it.
the treatment. You know what I mean? Like,
You know, and see, and that's one thing that I, as an artist myself, I bring to the table. Like when I come do my videos, I at the very least, I got a very detailed idea that I could speak out loud at the least.
and believe me, we love that. Trust me.
Yeah,
We love that.
Y'all
Believe-
probably love
yeah,
that shit when motherfuckers have that. Yeah, because I'm like, man, like, well, I mean, for me, that shit comes along with how I write. So when I'm writing my shit, or like if I'm getting hype and and I like feel that bounce in my mind, every time I envision a visual, some kind of rap music video visual.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it'd be like some crazy shit. I see flashes. I see, oh, that'd be tight if I was fucking running down the alley slow mo and somebody's chasing me, but it's me chasing me. Like
You can see that as you're
yeah,
writing.
I see the whole thing
Yeah, you
as I'm
see that
writing
as
my
writing.
rap. I'm like, I'm seeing the whole shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know if that's because of the generation I'm from, and I just seen so much of that, so much action, live TV. They're not live TV, but action shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up in the 90s, bro. Like, we had all the newest shit that they were trying. We got to see all that shit because they was elevating. Like, we seen, they're still doing it.
No, yeah. I mean, it's crazy how, like you said, we go so much from shit. You said live. I mean, it's real because everything you do now has the possibility to like instantly be uploaded to the world.
To the
Like,
world.
like so quick. You know what I mean? It's so prevalent because everywhere you go wants to capture media and they want to be live and they want to, you know what I'm saying, be exposed. So it's like when you walk outside of your house now, 9 times out of 10, you probably are being watched, or you could be in the background of somebody real or something like that. So it is like that, but it's crazy. I seen all that shit elevate too, man. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. But I just
love
think,
it.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Me
the
too. I ain't
Marvel,
scared
like
of
the
it.
Marvel shit.
Yeah, I ain't scared of it.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, man.
I'll be like a big ass kid with that shit, bro, because it's like, wow, bro, they really brought that shit to look like you could experience it. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. Come on, bro. They got the little fucking raccoon in the tree and shit. And that shit looks, they integrated that with fucking Iron Man, who was just fucking Robert Downey Jr., bro. Like, you know what I mean? They made it super realistic, bro. And the
and
ability,
it's only gonna get better.
The ability to do that is nuts.
It took somebody to, the same way you writing and you imagining and you got that vivid visual in your head.
Yeah.
It took somebody to be like, no, bro, just what I'm writing is not the end of it, or what I see or what I'm being presented with ain't the end of it. I want to be able to put, you know what I'm saying. And sorry for anybody out there who know the raccoon name and stuff like that. We just saying the raccoon or whatever, but you know what I'm saying.
It's Rocket Raccoon, I thought.
Oh, Rocket. It took somebody.
Right? I don't know.
I ain't finna say that.
He said I ain't finna say that.
But,
I'm pretty sure it's Rocket Raccoon, man. Shout out to Fam Off Guard. He a G though on the show, on the movie.
Man, so. For real. But I mean, it took somebody to be like, okay, you know what? No, I want to be able to place that him or someone else, you know what I'm saying, there to be able to create that effect. It just takes somebody to be able to work towards something that they can see and only they can come up with. You know what I mean?
No, right. And it's amazing. It's something that I really want to dive into, bro. Like, and you know, it's kind of a good segue because I wanted to talk about how you felt about like the representation in film and TV. You know what I'm saying? Because that used to be a major thing. You know what I mean? Like where there was only the one token black dude or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like it's crazy how far we've came from that. But now the representation still, I feel, is, you know, it's up in the air. I feel like when we finally got it, at first it was all negative shit. I feel like we still kind of, it's not.
It's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just a lot more of that being broadcasted versus, you know, a lot of the highlights of, you know what I'm saying, the good contributions we made. Because we ain't been inside of, you know, the media and the film, the visuals side of this stuff as we are now, as prominent as we are now. But what I gotta say on that note is, I mean, yeah, man, you know, I understand, you know, like where we been and where we coming with it, and I'm just privileged and honored to actually be able to be a part of it and to be able to add my contribution to it, which is allowing me to kind of like fit in my role a little bit better, man, you know, because at the end of the day, ultimately what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to be like one of the greatest producers y'all have never seen or have never heard. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And with that comes, you know, like,
now producer, let's explain that title to people, bro, because I think me personally, I don't know what the I think they need to know it. It's me, really. No, you know, I'm asking for a friend looking at it.
And I mean, it could be the same thing, you know, like musically too. But no, as a producer in the film industry world, you know, it's your job to kind of to oversee and kind of to bring the team together. You're the one that kind of you talk to the client. The client's gonna let you know, right? Hey, this is my dream. This is what I want to have happen.
So you DJ Khaleding the fucking
exactly
the whole process. You just DJ Khaled.
You DJ Khaled the whole thing.
I need you to do this with him and you to do this with him.
And he gonna work good with
and
him.
This is what we doing. Yeah,
exactly.
And that's what makes the producer title.
That's what makes the producer.
That's what is behind that.
That's what I'm aiming towards.
And that's what you're aiming towards.
That's what I'm aiming towards.
And I feel like that's what I want to be too. That's dope.
Because
you know that's the goal. Because I feel like I don't necessarily want to be a cameraman, but I feel like I'm gonna have to start, you know, doing some hump work with whoever just to get that under my belt so I know what it is. But it's definitely not something I want to do. I don't want to be like.
No, for sure.
With the camera and shit.
But it's good to have knowledge of it.
Exactly. That's why I feel like I got to do it for at least 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Just to. But like you said, I want to connect that. Like, I know a camera guy that does this. This person does this, and I'm put them together to make this vision I have. But I do want to write. I want to write super. I got so many fucking stories for movie ideas. It's like it's crazy.
Man, I'm on that, and I don't know how soon this going up, but I mean like. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be doing more and more. But if this is around that same time, man, like I want to be able to shoot my first film here, my short film here in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, if there's any content creators, any actresses or actors or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, through this site right here, man, this man can always get a hold of me, or y'all make sure y'all reach out to me, man. 2Official Kenzie on all platforms, and just reach out because I want to make sure that I get a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the people who really want to be out here and who really want to make this happen together. Like being the producer that I am, and like put together some work this winter, man. So,
For real.
And it's gonna happen. So
That's what's up. No bullshit. That's what's up because the city needed, you know what I'm saying? And like, cause going back to the representation shit, like this part of the country has always been underrepresented. Like we got that 70s show, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which was dope as fuck. That was a fucking good ass show. Yeah. But it's that's up north Wisconsin. That's the Wisconsin niggas think about when they fucking
when they hear Wisconsin though. You know what I mean?
No, right. And it was fucked up because I remember when I went to Georgia one time and they was like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "I'm from Milwaukee." And I said Milwaukee because I wanted to be from the biggest city from here. You know what I'm saying? But really, I just came to Milwaukee. I wasn't like living here before I moved down south. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
But I just came here all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and then when I went down there, like, "Where you from?" From Milwaukee. Like, "Where the fuck is Milwaukee?" I'm like, "Wisconsin." And they was like, "Oh, dog, be around all the milk and the fucking cows and shit."
That's
and
what
I was like,
think.
and I was salty like, "That ain't even what's in Wisconsin, nigga." I literally came from a fucking place with hella farms and cows and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they think it all is. You know, they. Well, I mean, I wouldn't speak on it now. That was
before the Bucks started.
That was 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
But before the Bucks started doing what they doing now, we didn't have as many eyes on us as we do now.
No. Now,
like, just being
this
honest.
is the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and Green Bay too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Green Bay.
Packers been.
But I ain't gonna lie, fam. I don't know
that.
how the fuck they have that over there like that. I don't get it.
Have what? What do you mean?
Like Lambeau and shit. I don't get it, bro. It don't. I'm like, why the fuck are y'all? Why is that big ass thing there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
I get what you're saying,
why are you over there, bro? Like, it's nothing over there, fam. When you go to the thing,
Lambeau,
nigga, that's it, man. That's like, they building up around it though. Like,
Yeah.
I did some work and shit, because I do construction and I did some work around it, but I don't know. I don't get that. But yeah,
you be moving around too though with your construction.
No, yeah, I be. Hey, bro,
So,
facts for everybody watching this, man. I was in the biggest wood building in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
We was on that. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's the biggest timber structure building. So it's like 6 stories of fucking concrete for the parking structure, and on top of it, I believe it is 19 floors of a wood, like a all timber structure. And I'm in there, and they made this big deal about it. And the safety niggas was like super on our ass, and it was, I get it. They trying not to let nobody die and shit, but that shit was weak as hell. But anyway, we up in there, and then I turn around and I see this thing. I see Kenzie come around the motherfucking corner. He got some shit on his shoulder. He like in full, production crew fucking mode, fam. Like, and I was like, "What the fuck you doing here, bro?" He's like, "We doing some shit for HBO, bro, about the building." And I was like, "Oh, because it's the tallest timber building in the world." Nigga, I was like, "That shit cold, bro."
And that was cold, man. Like,
that's just an example of how much work this man puts in, bro.
But I mean, it's a lot of people that still don't even know that building exists here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody's gonna.
Like,
that's some shit we got to tell them when you drive by and shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna get there for people who like into like the major cities and stuff like that, and the skyscrapers and stuff like that. Right. And it's featured on, like you said, HBO, one of their skyscraper series.
And we've built the downtown up so beastie, bro. Like,
it's cold.
Milwaukee has done a good job, bro. Like, when I go out of town now, I be looking at other people's downtowns and I'm like, they're not fucking with our shit.
We still got work to do though.
No, I know, but our shit's still cold, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's home.
It's because we seen it.
Because I went to Cincinnati. You ever been to Cincinnati?
I have not been to Cincinnati.
Bro, that shit. Shout out to Cincinnati. I don't know nobody from Cincinnati, and I be wanting all the smoke, but not like on the street shit. So shout out to the Cincinnati niggas, but damn, that motherfucker was ghetto. It looked nice as fuck, bro. Like, their downtown is beautiful, bro. Ghetto as shit. I'm talking about.
So it doesn't. Well, and see that's the thing. I've been to a lot of places where most places I've been to, the downtown, it differentiates between where you at, I guess. But what you saying is like it don't have a downtown vibe. It's just straight hood.
It's just like the people walking around. It wasn't too exciting and shit. And there was a lot of homeless people everywhere and shit, bro. But it was just like. It was ghetto, bro, but it was nice. Like it looks like our shit. You know how our shit looks nice? It's all clean, nice buildings. Where they got like the Bengal Stadium and the Reds. But like, it's just an example. It could have just been an off day, I don't know. But we was down there and their team just got done playing, and they won. And we're like literally in front of this big ass fucking baseball stadium, fam. And it just was not juking, fam. And I was like, why? I'm like, nigga, Milwaukee would have been out here, win, lose, draw, whatever. Nigga, we out here partying, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here getting lit. Yeah, we get lit, nigga. Like, so it's different when I go to places and it's not like that. Like, I'll be like, damn, y'all don't party over here.
I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, shout out to Wisconsin, fam. Like, this is where you see them party niggas. I swear to God, I literally have went to 1,000 places, and you will always in Wisconsin see one drunk ass person that's like, woo! You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter if it's a good day and people are out. There's gonna be one person. You're gonna hear somebody holler some shit.
Yeah,
let's go. Like,
they
drunk in the song.
They in their mode.
Yeah, facts. No, but yeah. So the other day too, I was thinking like, bro, there's never been a mainstream like all the way drama movie or series about Puerto Ricans, bro. And that's
it's crazy. I ain't mean to laugh like that though. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying though. You know what I mean?
I get it. No, but I thought about it. I'm like, bro, I gotta be the one, fam. This is my chance. This is my breakthrough.
So what you got cooking up? What you thinking?
Like, I'm thinking like some straight, like, Four Brothers meets fucking. I can't even think of a dramatic movie off the top of my mind right now, but I love watching movies.
And what era? Like what lane though? Okay, drama. You know what I'm saying? Four Brothers. I get what you're saying, but like, okay, where we going with it? Like, you want some shatas or some?
No, not shatas. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the gangsterish part of it is like the Four Brothers type of vibe.
Okay.
Like, somebody passes and then it brings everybody together that they ain't seen each other for a minute, and then boom, you break down the whole backstory of all of them and why it is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the perfect setup because it's gonna stagger its way no matter what. The story can't really, you know, all you got to do is come up with the whole story for what happened. That's what you're making up, and then you just make the backstory and put that shit wherever the fuck you want, really. Cause it's, you know.
No, and there's no right. Well, I don't want to say that. but there are many ways to formulate a storyline for a movie. You know what I mean, and to come up with a plot, whether that's a short film or a movie or anything like that. But I tell you what, though, I don't know how far you is on that.
I'm pretty far. I got it.
You pretty. Then. Only thing I'm gonna say is, on that note, then just let me know. You know what I'm saying? When you executing it, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear about it or something like that.
I'm definitely gonna let you know.
Other than that, though, like, I was just finna say something. I'm gonna challenge you to kind of like bring that to life, man. You know what I mean? Like, bring that to life. Oh yeah. No, like, facts, that sounds very interesting.
And like I said, I want it to be a straight, like, Puerto Rican ass fucking, like, I want to focus on that because I feel like, you know, we don't ever get the representation as far as like the explanation as to what the fuck. How come there's this Spanish looking ass nigga that's saying nigga in the movies, like on Power, like Raising Kanan, they got famous. He a Puerto Rican kid, and then he say nigga and shit. And it's like, and then it's kind of like just unexplained as to why
why he's valid.
Why we valid, nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like. And
I get exactly what you're saying.
And really, I want to do that because that's my own personal experience. I went through that a lot in my life, man. Like, I've been in situations where motherfuckers was like, "You not black though," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they tried to like get me on that side of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm not white, nigga." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, that's crazy though. But you always had them moments and shit like that. Like, you had a lot of motherfucking moments I done heard about. I done heard some of the most craziest fucked up shit I've ever heard that came from moments where you were there and shit, bro. Like, you've been in some amazing shit in life. Your life is, I can believe some stories.
I've been around, bro. I've been around, and it's like, but like I said, that's why I know. Like, I've literally, I grew up in Kansas, bro. Like, when I tell people that, they're like, I don't think they understand. Like, nigga, I grew up in a little town called Junction City, Kansas. It wasn't a major city, bro. We had to leave the city to go to the mall. But we had, like, everything else and shit. Like, it wasn't tiny. It's if you take Greenfield, Wisconsin, you know, where Southridge is at, without Southridge, that's about the size of the town. It was a town.
Bitty.
Yeah, it's not huge at all, bro. But I didn't grow up not around colored people. You know what I mean? Like, there was black niggas, there was Mexican niggas, there was us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was white kids in the neighborhood, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. But when I went to church, it was all Puerto Ricans. Because there was a fucking army base right outside of that town. And the army base had a bunch of Puerto Rican motherfuckers. It's crazy, bro. Like,
It was an army base?
army base.
So was you on base in Kansas?
No, that's what I'm saying. We lived in Junction City, but Fort Riley is right next to Junction City. It's right there. It's like a fucking 5-minute
Right.
drive
I get
to
what
it.
you're saying. It's like coming from here. It's like going to like, I get what you're saying, crossing into some from West Dallas to some Wauwatosa type shit. Right
Boom.
there, borderline.
Yeah, you go on fucking 68 from Greenfield to Blue Mountain, and you're there. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, so it was different. But then when I moved to Wisconsin, there was no Puerto Ricans, bro. It was just me in this little ass town, and then there was a bunch of Mexican niggas, like plenty Mexicans, but from Mexico, Mexicans, like first generation, like just got here. No bullshit, bro.
Straight from over there. Like,
Straight from there. I just said this on the last one with Croft. I literally seen my guy's pops bring some niggas and like came back late at night, and then you seen some niggas run across the street and get picked up and shit, like. And it's a tiny town, you feel me? Like, so then I immediately was, you're Mexican, you know what I mean? Because that's what they just see me. They're like, oh, you're a Mexican, fam. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
So,
that's crazy.
So they just assumed you were Mexican.
Well, just because, there was one black nigga over there. His name was Diavion. And I remember I beefed with fam for a minute for some dumbass shit, like something with my sister, some dumb shit like that. But he was like the only black kid over there.
Y'all was young type shit?
I was 11, 12 when I moved away from over there.
Okay.
But that shit crossed over into some adult shit once with my cousin and shit. But that's some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But he was the only black kid over there for him. And then it was us. But me, coming from where I come from, nigga, shit, I fuck with the black niggas, bro. Like, we with y'all, you know what I mean? So then we embraced fam. He embraced us, whatever. But to everybody else, they just thought I was Mexican. Because I just looked like a little Mexican kid in there. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only one damn near over there that couldn't get like in trouble. Like, my parents was citizens, you know what I'm saying? But actually,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Actually, that's
Everybody
another
else
thing.
was on some
Don't get me wrong.
eggshells.
I'm half Peruvian, bro. Thus the flag in the background. But I'm half Peruvian, and so, but I never was in touch with that growing up, fam. Only through the food. And I would know that my dad was Peruvian, and and I always thought it was weird. Not weird, but it stood out to me that my grandma spoke to me in like an Italian dialect. Ay, mijo, ¿cómo está, mijo? Te amo. No, and she talked like an Italian, bro, but it was all Spanish. It's weird, bro. So I'm like, but I just grew up being a Puerto Rican. To me, in my mind, I'm like, I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
That's the cooler of the two. The fucking
That's crazy though. Hey, double fucking crazy moment right here though. But that's crazy. This how you knew In Rotation was meant to be, bro. The last time I was talking to you about that, we was inside of your studio before when I was doing my travel interviews. My smoke session. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then now look, here we is right here, bro. We got
facts.
Rotation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's super facts.
Yeah. But dog,
saying?
that's crazy though. And you forget that you got another half of Peruvian to you, cause no, I don't. When I'm around, you know what I mean. Like, I don't really hear or see much of that side or anything.
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
Puerto Rican, bro. Like, that's what. But now that I'm as an adult, I'm super in. Like, I try to be more in tune. You know what I mean? Because I look and I'm like, damn, that's a whole nother side, and this is what ties it all back in with the representation talk. It's like, I didn't know none of that shit, bro, and it was never represented here. What was represented was Puerto Ricans, not represented as far as like TV shows and shit. Like, but we were damn near. There was primetime TV shows back in the day and shit that had like Puerto Rican and black niggas and shit. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, we've
Like,
always.
you ever watched New York Undercover?
Always, but yeah, I have.
The Puerto Rican detective with the black dude and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, oh, okay, so we was, but that's all I knew was the Puerto Rican. I didn't even think about that. So then I'm like, I didn't know my dad was a fucking immigrant, bro. That's how crazy. I thought these niggas was just Peruvian. And then I thought they came here like legally type shit. Yeah. I knew he was an immigrant. Let me take that back. I knew he was an immigrant, but I didn't know that this nigga was not a citizen. Like I thought he came here on that. Yeah. And then it wasn't. Like these niggas got off the plane, they took their interview, and that's it. Yeah. See them niggas since. And that wasn't supposed to be like that. That's some you know.
He's supposed to follow the, I guess, you know what I'm saying, the procedures to either become.
He's a citizen now. Yeah. He went through the whole shit. I'm like, for what I was like 30.
Shit, but did you?
I'm on Facebook I'm a citizen today. I said,
did you ever ask him like back then the reason? Because now that he a citizen is good. Because at first I wasn't gonna kind of like keep diving into the situation and shit like that. Like, hold on, my man Pop's still stepping over here.
Nah, he a citizen.
That's what's up. But did you ever ask him like, if the reason why he didn't go through with it back then was because it was a lot of shit he had to go through or something, or like it was just
them niggas was literally fleeing their country. I don't know why. I got to talk to him about it.
That'd be some cold shit to
No, that's what I'm saying, bro. I got so many ways I could take this story I'm coming with, bro, because I want the representation to be there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and then I always seen my dad's family. Like, I thought they was always like some snobby niggas and shit. And I was always like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, fuck y'all. Like, and I had this resentment mainly because, whatever, with my pops, some childhood trauma shit. Like, but they was never around like that. So I was always like, man, then when they did come around, they tried to impose this certain shit that made me it just gave me this sense that they thought they was better, like they was like white people Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't like the black Latinos, like my mom, my mom kind of dark skinned and shit. And we ghetto, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where we come from, fam. You know what I mean?
No, but so look, so I get what you're saying, but I don't want to say because I do have a question on one part of it. Like, I hear what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. But you saying, though, like, as far, and nigga, you know what I'm saying? Both of my children are Hispanic. So, I get it, I understand it. So, I be feeling comfortable when I be asking this shit, though. But so, explain to me what you mean by, though, when you say, like, the Puerto Rican. So, it's like me saying, or let me ask you this then. Cut it straight to this. Is that like somebody being like Jamaican and Haitian or something like that, and somebody's just saying, "Oh, well, y'all Caribbeans right here, and you got two different people that act different."
Yeah, well, no,
saying like that?
No. So,
or is you saying
it pretty much it is like that, but like, so Peruvians have like Puerto Ricans. It's like having a Puerto Rican like family. Like you might have an aunt or an uncle or something, nigga. And this nigga is straight fucking blonde hair, green eyes and shit. And then he'll have a baby with a dark-skinned Puerto Rican girl. And he's a Puerto Rican nigga, though, but he's, you know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
And then you'll have, like, an uncle or something like that or something. And then you look over here and then, like, your mom's brother or something, they black. You know what I mean? Like, or they're, they look super native, like indigenous and shit. I was going to say Indian, but I hate using that. That's because they conditioned us to say that. We ain't even fucking Indian. Nobody's an Indian over here, bro. There's only one type of Indian that's from India, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, so, so it's different. Like if you go to Haiti, think about it, bro. Haiti is split with Dominican Republic, bro. Think about that. How crazy is that? That means, and then all the black niggas is in Haiti. Dominican niggas is a lot of black niggas, bro, but they denounce that shit. They try not to be. They're like, no, we Dominican. Yeah. We Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Because they speak French and they speak Spanish. And they like, no, we're not black people that had to learn French. We're fucking.
That's like a light skinned motherfucker acting funny.
It's exactly.
Like, I know it's like exactly what you're saying. It's like and no disrespect to the light skinned people out there, but I'm just saying. Though,
no. But what I'm saying is that's a real thing.
Yeah.
I hate when niggas try to act like it's not like and then that's what fucks it up. That's what ties it back into earlier when we was like, when niggas, they try to, I had to go through that. Like I've been in that situation. Mm-hmm. Nigga, who you calling? Like I went through that, bro. Like I was in Augusta, Georgia, bro. I used to battle rap niggas at the lunchtime, and I fucking said the first time I said nigga, bro. What? That's scary. Everything fucking screeched to a halt, bro. And they just stopped and looked at me, fam. And a nigga literally saved my life, bro. He came out of nowhere and was like, "Hold on, bro. Ain't you what you like Puerto Rican or something?" He said it just like that. "What you like Puerto Rican or something?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican." And he was like, oh, they cool. Puerto Ricans is niggas too. Just like, I swear to God. And you know, he wasn't from down south. He was like a nigga that moved there, and I think he was from New York or something. And I just remember
he just had that cultural knowledge. Though.
He just knew exactly. He was like, "What you Puerto Rican or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican." And he was like, "Oh, that's cool. Puerto Ricans is niggas too." Just like that. Puerto Ricans is niggas too. And everybody's like, "Oh, all right, cool." Like, and then I just got to rapping again. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, you know. So I've been through that, fam. And then I've been on the other side. Like, I've been in situations where like a white person to be like, "Why you saying nigga? You not black?" Like, what the fuck that got to do with you, bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He said, "What the
you
fuck?"
know,
that got to do with you?
nah, you know, I used to. I'm sorry, I'm trying to change the way I speak, but you know, that's real shit. That happens, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And like for me, I'm like, bro, and there's been situations where I felt like a white nigga trying to like get me to be on his side, just so you know, like he just trying to reinforce and shit. On
Trying
me.
to recruit.
He trying to like save himself, and he think I'm gonna help him, and he literally it's been more than a few times that's happened to me. He's like, oh, blah blah. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, shit, you fucking with us, right? Like, no, nigga, what the fuck you mean, bro? Like, nigga.
Wow, see that's crazy because you can experience that kind of shit like you know what I mean? Like we know about it. You know what I'm saying? We see it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But yeah, and I mean, shit. I got friends and shit like that have been on the other side of that shit that have been really involved in some shit like that. Like I worked in a lot of corporate situations and shit where that shit really does happen, bro. As far as you know, motherfuckers going through situations and shit like that where it is known and you can only speculate what you think you know about it. But I've actually had that shit validated. Like, no, that shit really goes on.
Yeah, no, that shit
racism
really,
and you know, corporate America and shit like that.
No,
bro. That
exactly.
shit is real, bro.
You know, and I want to be able to tell those stories too. You know, as well as much as any other story. Like,
yeah, sure.
Cause I've been there, fam. I get the hey amigo all the time, bro. And that shit, when niggas say shit like that now, like as an adult, when people say shit like that to me, I'll be like I always do the little list back. It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like,
so before for somebody who, let's say, approaching you on that, like, hey man, you know, I'm trying to use that voice, but I don't know what the voice sounds like. You know what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
definitely
Like,
sound like that. Hey man,
hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you with us, right? Type
Yeah.
shit. For them to even come at you like that, not knowing that you a piece of us or you a piece of whatever the hell you know what I'm saying, they trying to oppose and shit like that.
yeah.
You a piece of it. I'm pretty sure you probably looking at a motherfucker like, damn, bro, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like what the hell? Like that would blow me. Like, to be
no,
like,
it does exactly. That's exactly what it does. I'm like, bro, what?
yeah.
Like, and then this is the one that really gets me, bro. When they say the hard ER, and they'll be like, and they'll try to say it in front of me, and then you know, I'll be like, hey fam, no, we not doing that. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
real shit that you stopped at. Though.
We
You know
not
what I'm
doing
saying?
that, fam. Like my mother has been called that, nigga. When I was there, you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
No, bro, we not doing that. Like, oh, but you not black. Like, what the fuck, you know? And that's telling
That's
you, bro.
when they catch an educational moment.
Yeah, catch these educational hands, nigga.
They'll catch your
Educational
moment after that.
hands. These could teach whatever, fam. Like, fuck that. Cause no, I feel you though. It is an educational moment. It's hard to break out of that though. Like for wanting to, but see, that's what I'm saying. I want to show that, bro. I want to show the world that, fam. Like, this really happened, fam. You know, or I got this one aspect I want to push on my uncle. He's a Puerto Rican man, you know what I mean, and he fought war for this motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean, and my uncle in my mind is revered. You know what I mean? You're the fucking top of the top. You're the man of man. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that nigga fold, bro, ever. And he's been through some shit. The nigga went to war and that shit fucked him up. I've seen him, I've seen him go into zones that you don't want to see nobody go into.
No,
Just randomly, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, that aspect of why would you do that for a motherfucking thing that these niggas don't care about you, bro? You feel me? Like,
I mean,
it's crazy, fam. You feel me though? But
no, I do feel you.
And no, I understand it. He used it as a way out. Most importantly,
what do you mean by he used it as a way out?
That's when he joined the army and shit, he did it. He was trying to get the fuck out of Puerto Rico, and then he had to get the fuck out of there. And then he was, you know, I don't know the exact story per se, but him and my aunt, you know, they met or whatever, and something happened to where he was like, I gotta be a man and man the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, my cousin was born in Puerto Rico, but my second cousin was born in Germany because he was on the army base in Germany when he was born. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, that's an aspect, bro. It's an aspect to look at, and you're like, bro, I could tell a story just off my uncle, bro. Like, I could tell a whole fucking 3-hour movie.
Man, I'm telling you, like,
that'll tug at your heart.
I can relate to that shit, bro. Cause I man, listen.
And I know you was part of the, you know, little shit, bro.
Yeah, I was in the army, and
I ain't want to say this shit.
No, yeah,
he's like, yeah, I was in the army.
Yeah. So, even upon what you just said, though, you know, like how your uncle was somebody where when he went in, he did it as a way out.
Right.
I bullshit you not. Fort Bend in Georgia, that's where I did my army base training. I met a dude named Lopez, and if you ever able to see this or anything like that, man, reach out to me because I ain't seen my boy since, you know what I'm saying, it's been a minute. But yeah, man, and the reason why he joined it was because either go to jail or join the army.
And that's what you was on?
You know what I mean? No,
oh.
that was
I was just about to ask, why?
No,
Why did you? What was
exactly.
your choice?
So the reason why your uncle probably joined, you know what I'm saying, because he did it as a way out. It's a lot of motherfuckers who do it for different reasons.
Right.
My reason that I joined was after I seen 9/11. It was just something inside me that said, yeah, you know what, that because I've always seen the job presented. You know,
right,
I seen they used to have when I was growing up Army commercials, the little Go Army and shit like that.
Right.
And so that shit caught my eyes a couple times. I was very physical, you know, in school and shit like that. But after 9/11 happened, and then, you know what I'm saying, I started really paying more attention to the news and started, like, hearing more about troops and seeing what they was doing and shit like that. And to be able to see, like, somebody step up and be a part of shit like that that's going on, that was very impactful. And that's the main reason why I ended up joining.
You was like, I'm going to join
you know what I mean?
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm
got
doing.
your ass, bro.
Man, look, listen, man. It's different. It ain't for everybody.
No,
you know
I feel you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, those who go through it, man, salute. And you know what I'm saying? Those who don't, like I said, it ain't for everybody. Because I seen a lot of shit go on while I was in there.
No,
and
right.
I mean, just how you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, your uncle was in there and he experienced what he went through. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some shit that he'll go down some rabbit holes or some shit. I'm pretty sure that he don't, you know, like, really feel like either talking about it, he really can't stably deal with. Because it's a lot of shit I really don't talk about. My time in or what I experienced when I was in there, because I mean it's some fucked up shit that go on.
Yeah, no, and he was a scout and shit, so he was front line.
Yeah, he
pulling niggas out of
the world
holes
is crazy, bro. The world is crazy. We get a lot of comfort from being just here at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think the current stuff that's going on right now in Ukraine or whatever got everybody. You know, but I mean
that's a crazy little situation right there, bro. Like, we on some real life world extension type level shit, because they not fucking around, bro. But look, that's what I'm saying. That's so many things you could put into any type of visual with it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we talking about some great greatness, you know. Like, cause that shit's crazy, bro. Why join the army? You know what I'm saying? He was just like, hey, bro, I wanted to fucking do it. Like, I wanted to really do some shit. Like, that's crazy, bro. Cause I tried. I tried when I was going in the process of getting caught up. You know, like, I got caught up and I was sitting in jail and shit. And then somebody just like told me, like, you should just try to join the army, see if it. And I was like, I could do that. And I asked my lawyer and shit, and he was like, we could try, but you're not getting off this shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you ain't finna use that as
no
way out.
No, if anything, this is gonna fuck you up from joining the army. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. So that's what happened. But you know how I feel about that shit anyway. Like, I have my own reservations on why a person would do that shit. You know what I mean? Because you gotta love me for me to go to war. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just it.
Or for you, I meant, not with you. For you.
They love something over here enough. You know what I mean? To understand that.
Which I get that shit too, fam. I get it. Like, but like, you gotta think about the shit that's going on, bro. Nobody can say anything at this point. Now it's like, bro, take it or leave it, motherfucker. This what we got. This what you getting. Like, yeah. And it's crazy, bro, because I feel like everything's like that now, fam. Like, I don't know if you feel it, bro, but I just feel like nobody, it's like, or they know you ain't read the fucking company's policy fucking handbook or nothing, so they just like, oh, whatever, we don't got that, let's go. Get the fuck out of my store type shit. What the fuck?
Man, that's how the world is.
Bro, that's terrible though. That's what I'm saying. It's like that shit fucking bothers me, bro. There's nobody you can talk to fix it. Yeah. It don't give a fuck. You paid me already, nigga. Yeah. Give me your fucking money and get the fuck out of my face. You know, that's how they fucking treat it. And I'm like, wow, bro. That shit be killing. That shit right there blows me right there, bro. I'll be like, what the fuck? And I just rage up, bro. I'll be wanting to fuck some shit up, nigga. Like, cause that shit crazy, bro. How you gonna tell? Oh, doesn't matter. There's nothing I can do. Nothing you can do about it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, take what you get. And I feel like the whole world is turning into that. And I feel like it used to be not like that as bad as it is now.
That's why they always, at least growing up, you know what I mean? Like it was a very blank, I don't want to say blank, but knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. You always heard that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Unless you like, okay, motherfucking knowledge.
See, look, and then they dumped it on our fucking lap.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
With the World Wide Web. And we dumb as a motherfucker. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But still, even with that, though, it's like, okay, so yeah, now we got knowledge at our fingertips and shit like that, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers who don't take the time to still utilize what's so easily accessible to us now, which is the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate using other people, for example. I keep using myself. You know, like, the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying, fully understand, and the reason why I would have to pay to go to school to understand video and stuff like that when I could have easily taught the shit to myself.
Right.
And just explore what was going on. And I could have, like you said, the World Wide Web could have taught me also how to do that shit. But I didn't want to go through that shit. I was you know what I'm saying, on that aspect. And I just decided to pay a motherfucker to give it to me quickly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do the experience or like to search the web.
And not only that, they you know, when you do that, they got it all like ready and they're like, look, they lay it out for you. Yeah. They have it like formatted for you to learn. You know what I mean? So I get it. I'm a sucker for that, bro. Like,
what, like
to pay for some shit to that you already got it so nice for me because I love that, you know. And it's crazy. Now I'm gonna say it out loud on the podcast. Fuck it, I'm out here, nigga. We out here for real. So I feel like when shit does that to me, like it makes me have to like put too much effort into the, you know what I mean? It like, I'll be like, fuck this shit.
What do you mean? You said it makes you put too much effort into it. What you mean?
Like there's some shit like I used to record, I used to engineer. Mm-hmm. And then because I couldn't get it to how I wanted to without breaking my fucking brain a little bit, like I would have had to break my brain and like just sit there and force myself to finally, you know. And I just was like, fuck that. And I just didn't do it. You know what I mean? I was like, I ain't did it since type shit. And I should be.
So
I was decent at it. You know what I mean? I wasn't bad.
It has been said, nigga, that you had songs that you would work on, nigga, and then you just wouldn't go back to them motherfuckers. Like, motherfuckers would be like, all right, hey, bro, let's go do this song. And then you wouldn't go back to that song. This was a while ago. This was 25th type shit. Like, back...
I guess
way back type shit. Was that the reason why? So like, if you couldn't get something how you wanted it, you just like, yeah. Like, I never knew that though, but okay.
Niggas used to be mad because I'm not taking this shit on stage, bro. If it's not, I'm not. Especially now, and that's it's not a downfall at all because I take pride in my work, but it definitely.
I was just gonna say that. That's probably why you so precise and why you hit the way you hit now.
Right?
Because you don't just. Yeah, your shit.
No, I'm trying to make my shit to look nice. I know what I want. I know what it has to be. You know what I mean? And I can't go backwards. I did that one time for one person, like a couple people one time. I was like, nope, never again. Every time I do something, it got to be better than the last time. Or at the very least, it got to be the same quality at least.
Okay,
because musically, I'm trying to go crazy every time. But like as far as like videos and shit, I'll do shit with other people, but it has to be at least a standard of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Because it can't be shitty. It can't be ugly, you know what I mean? Like, and there's definitely shit that looks amateur out here. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of shit that looks amateur.
You know what I mean? And like, step that shit up, motherfucker.
And that just comes from they lack of knowledge, bro.
Hold on, you keep talking. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man. While we taking this, you know what I'm saying, little short intermission and stuff like that, man, I'm gonna take the time to invite all of y'all to go ahead and see me. On any of my social media pages, man, that's 2Official Kenzie, the number 2Official Kenzie. You know what I'm saying? And man, yeah, tap in with me because, like I said, I'm trying to become one of the greatest producers of all time. You know what I mean? And I'm very adamant about that goal, and I think I'm gonna really hit it. And right now, I'm in a very good position in life, and a lot of things are actually going pretty good for me to be able to become that. It's just gonna take a whole lot more hustle, a whole hell of a lot more grind, and commitment. And I just want to thank my family because they've been very patient with me on that road and shit like that, man. And man,
I don't know how y'all deal with them, fam. I don't know how y'all.
That's what I do it for. That's what I do it for.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing to be. I'm telling you, bro. It's a blessing to be friends with somebody like you, bro. No bullshit, because that's what
I feel the same.
This is what it's about, fam. It's being comfortable and taking care of your fucking family, bro. You know what I mean? And I always tell people, it's not a motto or nothing, but I always tell people, like, I'd much rather that I just don't have to worry about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think that is what makes people critical to having a good society, fam. It's people that aren't burdens to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? At least unnecessarily. Life come with burdens, so I feel like you should always, be ready to have a support group for that, for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can help you if
Shit happens.
a burden can be a many of things. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, a burden. Like, I always got to worry about, if I got to hit you up every time you hit me up and shit, I got to pick you up every fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I got to fucking, worry about you fucking fighting every time you go somewhere and going to jail and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I can't be around none of that shit because I'm trying to take care of my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should be too. So I shouldn't have to worry about shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you shouldn't have to worry about your friends all the time. You know what I mean? Your friends should be people who you could support when they need it, knowing that they could do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you going through all this shit, and then what if I need help? You ain't gonna be able to help me. I gotta come get you every time we kick it, or I gotta go do this every time we do something together. It's anything, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
so it's like, that's why I was saying, bro. It's a blessing to be able to have friends, and then we in the same business and all that, and it's the shit, bro.
And I mean that. I guess that's what they mean when they say, you know what I'm saying, like, you're gonna trim off a lot of that fat on the way to, you know what I'm saying,
Man,
to where
that's
you're trying to go to. Because I definitely feel you on that note, man. Like, and it really just become more of a impede on your time on what if you think about it, or in your resources, or whatever that may be. Because I definitely used to have a lot of people who, around me, and it's crazy how them the same folks who were, when I was around, wasn't much getting done, I will say, I guess, or I wasn't as productive as I am now, I guess, than I was when I was with them. Because, man, you know what I'm saying, like, when you stop allowing them people to be in your circle and shit like that, man, like, it become a lot more streamlined on the note of, like, how you just said, like, I'd rather not have to worry about you. That's 100, because shit, we can go without talking to each other for like a month or something like that. But
real.
then, you know what I'm saying, like, just like, oh damn, it ain't that I forgot about you or nothing like that.
No,
It's just, I know
exactly.
you good.
Now imagine if every time that happened, one of us, like, not both of us, but maybe, what if it just was we just, every time we talked to each other, one of us needed something.
Yeah. It's,
You feel me?
no,
And it's like,
I know
because
exactly
then it's like, all right, because I love you to that point where we're like, all right, I got you. We can't let nothing go down past you being fucked up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, if you fucked up, we finna help you out. You know what I mean? So then it's like, it should be like that, but not every time, fam. You know what I mean?
It ain't always like that with you.
So, that's just something that, it's a blessing to be around, like, people that really take that shit into consideration. Because, like, going back to how I talk about Jordan Peterson, bro, like, I believe in that shit he was talking, bro. I feel like we need that. We to be a great man, bro, you got to be
conscious of what somebody think
you
about
got to be in the shit, bro. You got to be
Yeah.
involved in the whole aspect, bro, because, how else can you have a society run off values and shit if everybody just shut the fuck up and you can just do whatever the fuck you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. I could just be whatever. You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, you molding what, you know what I'm saying, what's already supposed to be.
Yeah,
free form. Okay,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
because it's crazy, bro. It's nuts to know that that's the opposite direction of what we in right now. You know what I mean? So,
man,
but we gonna do it. Man, I'm over here fucking up. See, look, I gotta work things out, y'all. So,
nigga, shit, this on, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure all that out.
Oh yeah,
we go
for sure.
Like
I've been just trying to set up and get it right, fam. But Yeah,
I'm
bro, I
pretty sure
appreciate
they
you.
tuned into the convo. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Motherfucker ain't worried about a little rattle here and there.
Nah, shit. Me, I be in the car like, what the fuck is that? You hear that shit? Do you like, damn, niggas think they cars fucking up and shit. No, but I appreciate you, bro. 2Official, Kenzie, man. It was another great In Rotation podcast, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I look forward to coming back to the next one, man, and shit, letting you know some of the things that I'm working on and got going on then, man.
Man, whenever you want, fam, you welcome at any given moment, fam. We could drop one. No bullshit.
All right, love, bro. Appreciate it.
Love.